Hey guys, today I was thinking about the idea of maps and specifically in terms of the idea of reaching towards your dream or your goals in life. And I think too often, and one of the reasons people can be kind of down or depressed or not, have a sense of waking up with purpose, and I can speak about this personally, is we don't know what we want, or if we do know what we want, if we do know what we want, we don't actually like literally set that intention or goal of reaching towards that dream or idea. And because of that, when we don't actually inside start to work towards that, it doesn't give us that drive. And the reason maps come in, as I'll explain in a second, is if we go from point A, which is where you are, to point B, which is your dream physical status, your dream mental status, dream emotional being, dream relationship status. If you want to have that big mansion, if you want to have all the friends in the world, if you want to have a lot of money, all of these things, that might be kind of in your head, but if we don't have that A to B, then we don't have direction. So when we set the intention, we set the direction. So it starts off this picture almost of this map that you've created in your mind, or in the work in your life that you're doing. But you have a direction. But we don't have, and what we don't have necessarily are the incremental steps that get us from this point to this point. And it's interesting. This actually came up within the podcast I'm going to be posting tomorrow on the Happy Doc website, of this idea that sometimes we don't know. We don't know the steps. But when you start to walk, as you start to take each step, maybe you can just see the first step to get to that point. The path starts to reveal itself to you. And so that is kind of scary in a way, because we don't know what we don't know. We don't know the unknown. But sometimes you just have to have that idea of what you really want in life and start to walk the path, and then the vision and the path will illuminate itself. And that's really scary. And it's a sense of vulnerability, because once you start to decide what you want to do with your life, if people judge you, if people comment, people critique it, it can really hurt, because you're actually fully allowing yourself to truly go for what you want. And that's scary. And I can speak, personally, when you start to reveal some of your creativity, you start to reveal different ways of expressing yourself. It can hurt when someone doesn't appreciate that work. The other thing I want to describe in this conversation is, once you start to see the steps, we need a roadmap to accomplish those steps. I personally love, even today, I write out, I know it's backwards, but I write out daily goals with check sheets. And that's a method I use. And when I have everything listed out, then I can be a machine and work on something for just a little bit and then check it off as I go. And it feels very gratifying to do that. So if anyone watches, I hope you guys can leave with this sense of, start to figure out what your life's purpose is. What is your vision? What are your goals? How might you start to cultivate and initiate taking steps towards those goals? How can you start to develop that internal map inside of you? And how might you start to take daily steps starting now to work on that? So thanks for watching, and I hope someone gets something out of this. But yeah, take care. Have a great weekend.